Gentlemen, let me ask you something honestly. Have you ever been in the middle of sex, and you're giving it everything you've got, only to notice that she's not as into it as you hoped? Maybe she's quiet, maybe she's distracted, or maybe she's not reaching the heights you expected. And then comes that uncomfortable thought, am I doing something wrong? The truth is, it's rarely about size, shape, or stamina alone. What truly makes the difference in bed, what separates an average experience from a mind-blowing one, is how you move. Your thrusting technique, rhythm, and ability to read her body can either create deep pleasure or leave her feeling unsatisfied. And today, I want to give you 5 game-changing thrusting secrets that will make you the kind of lover she brags about to her friends, the kind of man she craves again and again. But I'm not just giving you quick tips. I'm going to explain the science, the psychology, and the subtle techniques that most men never even think about. I'm Dr. Caroline Ruth, a specialist in men's health and intimacy. And before we begin, let me remind you, peak performance in the bedroom isn't only about technique. It's also about health, blood flow, stamina, hormones, and energy levels. I'll share 2 natural supplement strategies at the end that can help you take your performance to the next level. But first, let's dive right into thrusting secret number 1. Secret number 1, start slow and build like a fire. Here's where so many men fail. They come in like a sprinter when what's really needed is the patience of a marathon runner. Pornography has conditioned men to believe that fast, hard, pounding thrusts from the very beginning are what women want. But biologically, that's completely wrong. Here's why. Women's arousal takes time. The vaginal canal actually lengthens and lubricates as arousal builds. Her nerve endings become more sensitive. The pelvic floor muscles relax to make deep penetration pleasurable. But none of this happens instantly. It's a gradual process. So when you rush, when you push in too hard and too fast, her body isn't ready. What feels like intensity to you can actually feel like discomfort, even pain, to her. Instead, imagine lighting a fire. You don't throw gasoline on a few sparks. You nurture the flame, feed it slowly, let it build into roaring heat. That's exactly what slow, deliberate thrusting does in the beginning. Shallow strokes, soft grinding, a teasing rhythm. These give her body time to open up. And when she's fully ready, you'll feel it. The tightness, the heat, the lubrication, it's unmistakable. Pro tip, combine slow thrusting with deep eye contact, kissing, and whispered words. This tells her body and brain she's safe, desired, and ready to let go. By starting slow, you're not losing intensity. You're laying the foundation for earth-shaking intensity later. Secret number 2, tease and retreat to build craving. Teasing is one of the most powerful sexual skills a man can learn. Why? Because women's pleasure thrives on anticipation. Think about it. The human brain releases dopamine, the desire chemical, not just when we get what we want, but when we expect what we want. That means holding back actually makes her crave you more. So here's how to do it. When you find a rhythm she clearly loves, maybe her breathing gets heavier, her hips start moving with you, don't just keep hammering away until climax. Instead, deliberately slow down. Pull out slightly, move shallower, soften your thrusts. It will drive her crazy. She'll squirm. She'll grip you tighter. She'll beg for more. Then, when you give her the intensity back, faster, deeper, stronger, the contrast makes her release twice as powerful. It's like holding her at the edge of a cliff, then finally letting her fall. But here's the key. Timing. Don't tease right before she's about to orgasm. That can be frustrating and even kill the moment. Teasing works best earlier in the encounter when arousal is still building. Think of it as drawing out the suspense of a movie. The longer you delay the big scene, the more satisfying it becomes when it finally happens. Advanced tip, pair teasing with dirty talk. When you slow down, whisper, "I know you want it, but I'm not giving it to you yet." This psychological tease multiplies the physical effect tenfold. Secret number 3, change your tempo like music. Sex, like music, loses its magic if it's monotone. Imagine a song that's just one beat over and over again. Boring, right? Now imagine a song that rises, falls, speeds up, slows down, surprises you. That's what keeps you engaged. Your thrusting should be exactly the same. If you stay at one rhythm, same depth, same speed, same angle, both your nerves and hers become desensitized. The pleasure plateaus. So instead, treat thrusting like a dance. Sometimes go deep and slow, creating intimacy and tension. Other times, go shallow and fast, creating sparks and teasing nerve endings near the surface. Switch angles. Tilt your hips slightly upward to stimulate her G-spot or grind downward to press her clitoris. Pro tip, pay attention to positions. In missionary, alternate between deep strokes and shallow thrusts. In doggy style, vary your angle, straight in, upward, or sideways. In cowgirl, let her control tempo for a while, then surprise her by thrusting up harder when she least expects it. Remember, variety doesn't just keep her engaged, it keeps you from finishing too soon. By consciously changing rhythm, you distract yourself and regain control. Secret number 4, grind, don't just pump. Most men think sex is all about the in and out motion, but here's the truth. The most powerful nerve center for female pleasure is the clitoris, and that's primarily external. Yes, penetration feels good, but unless you're also stimulating her clitoral network, which extends beneath the skin around the vaginal entrance, you're missing her number 1 pleasure zone. That's why grinding is so powerful. Instead of pulling in and out, press your pelvis against hers and move in circular, angled, or side-to-side motions. This keeps you close, keeps your base pressed against her clitoris, and stimulates multiple areas at once. Grinding is easiest in positions like missionary, where your pubic bone naturally presses against hers, or cowgirl, where she controls the angle. Done right, grinding not only intensifies her pleasure, but also buys you more stamina. Because grinding is usually less stimulating for men than hard thrusting, it lets you last longer without losing momentum. Pro tip, try alternating. Grind deeply for a few minutes, then switch back to thrusting. The change in sensation will blow her mind. Secret number 5, pay attention like a scientist. This is the single most important skill of all. You can know every technique in the world, but if you're not tuned into her body, you'll never become the lover she remembers. Pay attention to the details, her breathing, her sounds, her muscle tension, the way her hips move. If she arches her back, she wants deeper penetration. If she squeezes her thighs, she's close. If she goes quiet, she may need you to adjust. And don't just pay attention physically, pay attention emotionally. Research shows women climax more easily when they feel safe, cared for, and emotionally connected. That doesn't mean you need to be in love. It means presence matters. If you're lost in your head worrying about performance, she'll sense it. But if you're fully there, focused on her, she'll melt into the experience. Pro tip, after sex, don't just roll over. Hold her. Kiss her, ask her what she liked. That small act of aftercare builds trust and makes the next encounter even better. The bigger picture? Health plus technique equals performance. Now, let's step back. Thrusting technique is essential, but it's only half the equation. Your ability to give her pleasure also depends on your stamina, circulation, hormone balance, and energy levels. Without strong erections, lasting power, and high libido, even perfect technique won't deliver the results you want. That's why I recommend supporting your body with natural, science-backed supplements. For men who want a moderate boost, watermelon extract rich in L-citrulline is an excellent choice. It improves nitric oxide production, enhancing blood flow and firmness naturally. But if you want the full package, stamina, testosterone support, libido enhancement, and prostate health, I recommend a more advanced herbal blend. Look for one that combines horny goat weed, icarian, boosts stamina and erection quality, tonkat ali, increases testosterone, vitality, and drive. Fenugreek enhances libido and energy. Nettle root balances hormones and supports prostate function. Citrulline improves blood flow and vascular performance. Together, these ingredients cover every angle of male performance. So, let's recap. Start slow, tease her, change your tempo, grind to stimulate her most sensitive areas, and above all, pay attention. Combine these skills with a healthy body and sharp energy, and you'll never have to wonder if you're satisfying your partner again. Because the best lovers aren't the ones who try to copy what they've seen online. They're the ones who show up, tune in, and create unforgettable intimacy every single time. Gentlemen, invest in your technique, invest in your health, and invest in your partner's pleasure. Because when you do, the rewards come back tenfold.